How's everybody doing? Good. How are you? A friend had told me that she works with addicts coming out of prison. I said, I would love to help. What can I do? Who is here? Danielle's at work. I was hoping that I would be able to help people who were in the same situation that I was in getting better. We came up with the name Room to Grow. You get a room and you're here to grow, and I also am here to grow. Like, I was raised to just make a good choice, just be good. But there was always something wrong with me, and I always felt internally different. I always felt odd. Everybody says you have to hit rock bottom, but I don't know, I guess I wonder how far rock bottom is.
My brother was personnel manager for the beef plant. So he tells me, he goes, I got a good job for you. Come on down. You know, I remember just her personality. She was like a cat. And she'd have her little hands out and, you know, and I would go, get him, sick him.
Sandra was always this positive little thing. When she was little, she was so adorable. Like, she was always just like doing splits and doing cartwheels. I thought she had this good self-esteem. I always try to raise my kids with good self-esteem, and she says no. She says, Mom, I never had good self-esteem. That's probably what shocked me more than anything.
My parents, they had me when they were 18. By the time they were 26, they had 4 children. So I know it was hard to provide for all of us, and especially considering that my mom stayed home. My dad was always working, it seemed like. You know, I had a lot of friends in school, but I always felt like an outsider. And there was always this thing with my race I felt was an issue. I hung out with the predominantly white crowd, and I am Hispanic. The kids that I hung out with were well-to-do, and we were not.
As a parent, sometimes you get involved in other stuff, you know, that, and your kids kind of, you know, if you don't watch them and you think everything's okay, it really ain't.
I had always thought something had happened to me, and I just could never quite recall what it was or when it was. I never wanted to burden my family, so I would never really ask for anything, or, you know, whether it was attention or money or whatever it was that I would need. I didn't want to be a burden. My locker was just down that hall. When I graduated high school, I decided to stay in Fort Morgan and go to Morgan Community College. And then I found meth. I tried it once with a good friend from school. He put it in a little piece of toilet paper and I swallowed it. And we drove around and we talked and talked and talked for the whole night. And after that, I pretty much used meth for the next 2.5, maybe 3 years. Meth made me feel like I fit in. I didn't feel weird anymore. I didn't feel separated from everything. When you feel a certain type of way that you don't want to feel, whether it's abandoned or neglected or awkward or like a failure or, you know, a lot of things that we as users feel, then you just get high and it just becomes a cycle where you are just always on it, getting it, using it, wasting your time while you're on it, and then wash, rinse, repeat.